What kind of clothing did Druids wear? Have you ever wondered what the ancient Druids wore during their mystical rituals? The clothing of these Celtic spiritual leaders was more than just fabric. It was a reflection of their sacred role. Let's take a closer look at the garments that marked them as intermediaries between the mortal and spirit worlds. At the heart of Druidic attire were white robes or tunics. These garments were especially worn during ceremonies and symbolized purity and spiritual clarity. Early Druids in Ireland typically donned knee-length white tunics. This differs from the later romanticized vision of full-length robes. The idea of completely white robes partly came from misunderstandings of ancient texts that described white garments linked to mistletoe gathering, a significant Druidic practice. In addition to their white tunics, Druids often adorned themselves with distinctive jewelry and accessories. Large golden torques, which are neck rings, and lunulae, crescent-shaped necklaces, were common among high-ranking Druids. These items symbolized their elevated status and spiritual power. They also used a golden sickle, often made of bronze and sometimes gold-plated, as a ritual tool in sacred ceremonies like harvesting mistletoe. This tool connected them to ancient rites and the natural cycles of life. Celtic clothing also featured color symbolism and patterns that conveyed social rank and spiritual meaning. While white was the dominant color for ritual purity, other garments could showcase rich colors like crimson and scarlet, often favored by the upper classes. Blues and deep greens were associated with wisdom and truth. These colors sometimes appeared in stripes or bands on long shirts, known as laini, and cloaks. This served as a visual marker of identity and spiritual connection. The materials used for Druidic clothing were sourced from the natural environment, highlighting the Druids' harmonious relationship with nature. Wool from local sheep provided warmth and durability. Flax was spun into fine linen for lighter garments. Crafting these clothes was a sacred process, involving rituals from shearing sheep to the final embellishment with symbolic metalwork. Embroidery and Celtic knotwork patterns often adorned the garments, embedding spiritual symbolism directly into the fabric. From the perspective of supernatural phenomena, Druidic clothing served as more than mere apparel. It functioned as a conduit for spiritual energy and a visible manifestation of their mystical authority. The white robes represented their purity and ability to bridge worlds. The jewelry and ritual tools connected them to divine forces and ancient wisdom. Each element of their dress was imbued with meaning, reinforcing their role as guardians of supernatural knowledge and facilitators of sacred rites. Understanding Druidic clothing can help modern practitioners and enthusiasts of Celtic spirituality recreate authentic ritual garments that honor these ancient traditions. Wearing such attire during ceremonies can deepen the spiritual experience, linking the wearer to the timeless energies and mysteries that Druids once embodied.